Antony Blinken is the 71st U.S. Secretary of State, an accomplished diplomat with decades of experience in navigating global challenges. Having been raised within a multicultural atmosphere and deeply influenced by his stepfather's Holocaust survival, throughout Blinken's career, democracy, human rights, and strategic diplomacy characterize and guide what he does. He remains a leader who thinks and feels, constantly shaping U.S. foreign policy on the world stage. Antony John Blinken, a holistic biography. Antony John Blinken was born on April 16, 1962. This is to Yonkers, New York, one of the most critical diplomats in recent history. In modern America, personal life worldwide, experience and success. In professionalism, create a great tapestry of life, with service, hard work, and dedication in enhancing human rights and global order. Early years and family history. Antony Blinken was born into a family of distinction and intellectual and diplomatic pedigree. His father, Donald Blinken, was an investment banker who was successful in the field and later became the U.S. ambassador to Hungary. His mother, Judith Blinken, was a distinguished cultural affairs administrator. Blinken's early years were deeply influenced by his family history, which is steeped in the experiences of migration and survival. After his parents separated, Judith married Samuel Pisar, a survivor of the Holocaust, international lawyer, and close friend of leaders of the world. Blinken was heavily influenced by Pisar's experiences about surviving Auschwitz and Dachau, which significantly shaped his morality and ethics. At the age of 9, Blinken moved with his family to Paris, where he was immersed in a multicultural culture. He attended the highly selective École Jeannin Manuel, becoming fluent in French and gaining first-hand insight into European politics and culture, education, and early career. After returning to the United States, Blinken attended Harvard University, graduating in 1984 with a degree in social studies. At Harvard, he wrote for the Harvard Crimson, displaying early signs of his intellectual curiosity and analytical skills. He later earned a Juris Doctor from Columbia Law School in 1988. Early in the career, he pursued several diverse paths, but journalism, where he worked in the New Republic as a staff writer and began to contribute and film work, led Blinken to embrace public service deep down in him. Rise in public service. Blinken joined the government as a member of the Clinton administration, working with the National Security Council, NSC, between 1994 and 2001. His work in advising on European and Canadian affairs led to his being involved in key policy decisions at the time when the United States intervened into the Balkans, particularly involving NATO's incursion into Kosovo. This demonstrated his capacity for handling international complex crises. Career in the Obama administration. Blinken's stature increased significantly under the Obama administration. He acted as deputy assistant to the president on national security, advisor to Vice President Joe Biden. Later on, he served as Deputy National Security Advisor between 2013 and 2015 and was promoted to become Deputy Secretary of State between 2015 and 2017. Here, Blinken played a central role in crucial foreign policy matters, such as Iran nuclear deal. He was one of the negotiators for the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, in an effort to prevent Iran from building nuclear weapons. Counter-ISIS strategy. Blinken led international efforts against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Ukraine. He worked to support Ukraine after Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, focusing on U.S. commitment to NATO and European security. Private sector and advocacy. After leaving the government in 2017, Blinken co-founded West Exec Advisors, a geopolitical strategy consulting firm. He was also involved with the Biden Institute at the University of Delaware, and often appeared on media outlets as a foreign policy expert. Secretary of State. In January 2021, Antony Blinken was confirmed by the Senate as the 71st Secretary of State under President Joe Biden. His period in the office has been marked by enormous challenges and initiatives such as Afghan pullout. Blinken has led the highly contested U.S. pullout, overseeing intricate evacuations and answering worldwide criticism. Russian-Ukraine war. He has led global efforts to assist Ukraine with arms supplies and sanctions on Russia. Blinken has tried to find a delicate balance between competition and cooperation with China on various fronts, such as trade, human rights, and cybersecurity. Climate change. During his tenure, the State Department has focused on climate diplomacy, rejoined the Paris Agreement, and worked towards global cooperation. Personal life and interests. Blinken is married to Evan Ryan, a fellow public servant who has held important positions, including White House, Cabinet Secretary. The couple has 2 children. He is an avid music lover and is known to play the guitar. In fact, he has released songs on Spotify under the pseudonym Blinken. Legacy and legacy impact. This is Antony Blinken, from a lifelong devotion to diplomacy and multilateralism with equal commitment to values. Good diplomat, always, rises to complex international challenges with flexibility and sensitivity. Over 4 decades of public service, Blinken has played key roles in articulating and advancing American foreign policy goals, in seeking solutions to acute global crises, and in leadership for democracy and international cooperation.